and take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winter side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field. Hey, yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's.
Coach, they love their crab cakes and they love their football. That's what Maryland does. And we are at M&T Bank Stadium down near the Inner Harbor of Baltimore. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Baltimore Ravens. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
We go! 18 Gators. Here we go! Go!
And he'll give it here to his running back. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12.
Let's get there. Check. Pilot, 64, reach. Yo, faster. Deep grip.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
Watch the slant. Hey, orbit. To go.
Operating from the gun. Herbert. That's complete. It's Collins. A good rally to the football holds them to 2, and that brings up a 4th down.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
At their own 20-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 20.
He's on the right. Hey, we got 4.
From the gun, Jackson. Forced out to his left. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals.
Makes the score Bengals 7, Ravens 0.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Carl Lawson in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
He's coming, double up. Zoom, zoom.
Here's Jackson to throw. That's taken in by Henderson. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
He stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice gain. So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henderson. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
From midfield now on 2nd down. Jackson, and avoids the contact by sliding. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 32-yard line.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Come on, boy. Come on, boy. You better be ready.
First carry now for the Memphis man, Darrell Henderson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. First carry for Josh Jacobs. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up 1st downs.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. Steps away to his left. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
Give me that ball, defense. Hey, check.
Here's Jacobs. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. Tucker with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Yeah, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Now they try the right side here. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Now a handoff here to his running back. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A great effort there. 35 yards. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Let's go.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. From the 27, Jackson. Dancing to his left. He finds an opening past the 40. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Fighting through it, he's got space. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a gain of 35. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Out of the gun, they give to Henderson. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Darrell Henderson, already his second touchdown here this opening weekend, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day. Show it up. Show it up. Go. What do you want? What do you want?
Going to give this time to the tailback. And now nothing but green ahead of him. The 30, 20, 10, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. 73 yards as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. Now Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Here's Jackson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Fielded at about the 28. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Tighten up, tighten up. Pull it together. Switch. Move your quarters.
And he'll give it here to his running back. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Now a handoff here to his running back.
I got you, boy.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a 1st.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up 1st downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Check ready, set. Check ready, set. Go.
Now a handoff looking right. He's got a 1st down and much more inside the 20. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A great play there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and this shows on the scoreboard.
Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. And officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Again, Jackson. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Carl Lawson picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely he's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And this shot downfield on 2nd down is brought in. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 32 that time. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And he spots Henderson open left side. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Darrell Henderson on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as his guys are back within a single score. Tucker with the extra point, and they're within 7 now at 28-21. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field.
There he goes right side. The 20, 10. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
The Bengals drive about to get going. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And some space here. And and he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Extra point right down the middle. And that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Watch time. It's great.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
On 3rd and 1, Jackson. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
They try and run on 1st down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the 33-yard line.
On the set. Check the backer. Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island. Check. Shift. 66, bullet, half.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. Buying time to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Carl Lawson getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
There's Jackson on 3rd and long. He lets this one fly toward the back. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Hollywood Marquise Brown, 38 yards. As his guys are back within a single score. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Got it.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is making sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now, it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is not going to get the first down as he'll spot this at about the 28. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided and stopped them for almost no gain.
Let's go, D. Jim, 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 Jim.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
At the 41-yard line.
Right 52. Get it all. West. Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill. Check 52's the mic. Check 52.
From the 41, Jackson eluding the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
To throw is Jackson. To throw on 3rd down. Launching one for Henderson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8.
52's the mic right here, over there, right? 52's the mic. Come on, baby, come on, let's go. New mic 52, mic 52.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven 1st down. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the 1st down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
They find some open field here. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Tucker with the extra point, and that will tie our game here in the 3rd. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
AT Gator. And watch the leg. Whip, 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 whip.
Leo.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. Bang, 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 bang.
Now they try the right side here. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third.
General West.
Check. SOS.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this third quarter.
Go now. 60 Pittsburgh.
We got it.
Look at me. Zipper.
Mike's 50. Not today, you are.
Greystone, Travis. Hey, Wahoo.
Mike 50. I got you.
Ready?
On third down, Herbert. And Eifert has it. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career and maybe more importantly, a first down. Back now in Baltimore. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
Ready?
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
61, matchbox light.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 47-yard line.
And to give this time to the tailback. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Trey Hendrickson, the one who gets him on the ground. And the Bengals on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Protein spill. Yep. Hey, seam 6.
50, Mike 50.
In your face.
Go.
Looking to throw. Herbert. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there.
First down.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that
first.
wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag. Completed it very well.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Hey, watch it.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Check 6
They'll run here with Ingram. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
And, Brandon, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
Check 31.
Now a handoff looking right. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. A great effort there. With now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this fourth quarter. The extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your deep.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Hey. 4 down.
Jackson now. Flush to his right. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Jackson. Being chased out left. Now he's got a man. Complete. Past the 20. 10. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Miles Boykin. An even 90 yards. As they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point. A very important extra point there, up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going, and they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Crunch. Watch the twist.
Now they try the right side here. He'll have a first down past the 40. Oh, what a juke into space. 20. All tied up. Less than 2 minutes to go.
Baby, let's go. Get excited. Let's go.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal, looking to take the lead here in the late going. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now a handoff looking right. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. A 5-yard touchdown run as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time.
A big seam, and he might go all the way. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns, as they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes. A very important extra point there, up and good, and we are tied here in the 4th quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Come on, switch it. Go. Check. Motion out of the backfield. Motion out of the backfield. Lead Griffin.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Let's go. 60 outlaw. Yo, go.
Now they try the right side here. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Well, that sets up a big 3rd down. Now the decision has to be, do you run it here and play for OT, or do you go ahead and press it downfield?
18 Gators.
Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this.
Play.
Let's go. Hey, Mike 40. All day, pump.
Now.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
We got this.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. The linebacker, Preston Brown, brings him down. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make it 2nd down. Back-to-back completions, and that puts them in enemy territory.
And we're always looking for that elusive term, momentum, aren't we? And I think they're building it with the back-to-back completions. Now they feel like they can either take a shot or continue to build it the way that they're doing now. Safe throws, get it to their playmakers, and see what happens.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson forced out to his left. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets him 9 yards and a first.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
All day, just like that. Just like that.
25, check 25, check 25.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
This is one of those plays that has an equal chance of either being a big gain or a big loss. But with the college influence, we're seeing more of these plays come into the NFL.
Now it's Jackson. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
18 Gator.
40's Mike right there. 40's Mike. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Yeah, yeah.
Check the call. Check the call.
Time.
Check Mike 40. Here I come.
Check, check. Lucky. Look at me. Zipper. Five.
Now a handoff looking right. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. And to give this time to the tailback. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line. As a fan of the NFL, for an opener, you can't ask for much more than this overtime in Week 1.
I know it's hard to believe that some people may not have been watching our game, but I'll bet through social media they found out this one was snug and getting into overtime, and they flipped over here in a hurry. This is fantastic. If you're a fan of ball, you love these types of games.
49, check 49. Hurry, hurry.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
Brings up 4th down.
A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on 4th down.
5.
50, Mike, 50. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Mike's 50, Mike.
Hey.
I'm trying to collect.
Bravo. Hey.
On 4th down, Herbert. And this is caught. He hits Landry. A gigantic call there in overtime, but it pays off with a first down. Well, when they kept the offense on the field, you saw the face I made looking at you like, what are they doing? How did they do that?
Yeah, that's almost a miracle, isn't it? Because the two of us have talked to play callers, and every time we talk to them about going for it on 4th and long, they give us that same look you just gave me. And they always say, I don't have that call on my play sheet, Haas. We just don't have that one. Well, apparently he did, and they got it.
And in overtime, wow. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for Cincinnati, it was a game that could have gone either way, but they get the touchdown in overtime to secure the Week 1 victory. And they'll have another road date next week with the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Night. Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. I'ma tell the risk I was never at the end. I would never get this off my chest though. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh, barely my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely my bets are off. Everything was better off. Take your eyes off me, don't want to see me when I'm gone. Moral of the story was you're wrong. Everything I gave and everything I lost. Good things come at a cost. I left it on your head, and when you ever overstay it, your thoughts are never everything you wanted when you want. I'ma take it in the head with the signs of the distort. I'ma leave it on the side. You on the Christ when I breath on this set. Let me speak on behalf of the dead. I'ma leave, I'ma speak. I'm sick in the head. Come on, come on. Oh, barely my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely my bets are off. Everything was better off. Tell the risk I was never at the end. I would never get this off my chest though. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh, barely my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, bets are off. Everything was better off.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet of what he knew, so I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view. Hotel got a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby. I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off. Each store got locks. I got some trust.